Still got about half an hour left, and the rest of it is dedicated to the Grumpy Gardener. We love their products so much. It's a great British brand, still family-run business as well, which is becoming more of a rarity these days. So I think it's nice to support.
Yeah, no one else will deal with us either, so we have to stay a family business.
I don't believe that for a minute. Now, what we've got here for you is the Grumpy Gardener Fatballs Chandelier and a fabulous reduction in price alongside easy payments as well.
Yeah.
So tell us exactly what we're getting.
I saw this idea in Germany about a year ago, but it was a hanger, but it had no fat ball feeders with it. So we've redeveloped the hanger. It's a flexible, bouncing hanger, and you actually get 5 fat ball feeders as well. This is brilliant because the black hanger almost disappears into the background, and it looks like you've got floating feeders. And those birds there, with the golden ball fat balls, absolutely love it. Now, people love to feed the birds, but sometimes they don't like magpies or crows or the starlings, the larger birds, or squirrels. Because these are floating and they're weight sensitive, it's only the small birds that can get to them. And look at that colour there, that is absolutely gorgeous. The little blue tit absolutely loves the food. He's gripped on, he's underneath, he's safe, he's looking around. Larger birds are struggling to get onto it. And I did an upwards shot as well, where you can see the birds hanging around, talking to their mates. It is absolutely brilliant. And this is brand new, so you can't find this anywhere else. Not even on our website, can't find it anywhere. And this is what you're getting. You're getting the flexible arms, you're getting little hooks, and you're getting 5 of these mini feeders themselves. And these mini feeders have just got a little clasp on here. I pop this open, you just put your fat ball in, put it down, you hang it up, and you're good to go. And you'll watch
these. Idea.
Yeah, you'll watch these bounce and move in the wind as well. They're really, really safe, and they are great for the smaller birds because it's really only them that can get onto them. They're made of metal, these feeders. They've got a coated wire, and it is outstanding.
And I think that it may be difficult to see, but just to reiterate, just for the avoidance of doubt, you do get this hanging frame here that you see, which is so good. You get the entire thing.
Someone turned around to me and went, "Oh, why did you make it plastic? Plastic's bad, right?" I saw this, I tried to develop it, I then went with metal, I tried to bend it, but because of the way the arms fit onto the stem, they started snapping off. We needed something that was flexible in the winter, and this is a special plastic or polymer that doesn't crack, but still hangs and gives that flexibility.
It looks like metal as well, doesn't it?
It does, and it's absolutely great. And you could get like all your birds flying around here. You can get, normally you'll get 1 bird on each ball. Sometimes you'll get 2 blue tits just eating away at each ball. They absolutely love it. And as I said before, you can't see the frame really. We love the sage green, but it just goes together. You feel like you've got floating balls. And my dad said that picture there, he said that video, I filmed that on my iPhone. He went, "Joe, people won't believe you. That's CGI. It looks like CGI. I'm like, "Dad, it's me. You know what my apple tree looks like?" And that was only a month ago, and we still had leaves, and it looks brilliant. But how many places can you go and get 5 feeders with a hanger for way under £20, which is different? And if you don't have a bird feeding station, if you don't have the capacity to find a bird feeding station or put one somewhere, you just need a hook, maybe a hanging basket bracket, anything that just slightly sticks out just to put the big hook overwards. It's absolutely great.
And see, I'm thinking about if you do have a little balcony and maybe you haven't got the floor space for a standing sort of, you know, a stand that has something like this on it. This may be hooked over at the top, the ceiling of your balcony, if you've got
it'd be great.
railings
And it's a big hook as well. And the good thing is about it is when they become empty like that, I'll open one out. They don't fly up, they don't fly away. The weight is there. All you've got to do is put your ball in. Once it's erected, bang, you're in, and look at that, you're gone again. And it'll just float around. And it looks like almost like Harry Potter, like, you know, something that's just floating from the ceiling. But you're giving the goodness. They love the fat balls, but the small birds can clench. I mean, they can actually grip like this underneath. They love it. It's safe. You've got like the little hat protecting it from the weather in itself. The steel wire there. It's just something that is brand new. This cannot be found anywhere else.
Do you know what I'm thinking as well? Because I'm thinking, because this isn't as sturdy in terms of getting a footing on it if you're a squirrel, is probably a lot better in that respect too.
It
because
really
the little birds, it doesn't go all over the place. When the little birds go on, it just gently moves.
I'm never going to say squirrel-proof because, you know, they belong in the Olympics sometimes, the squirrels. But I've got squirrels, and I haven't seen them on this. And I've got feeders running around. See the squirrels running around. I mean, they're not on it. And I just take that as...
Because they're not going to get a secure footing,
No, they can't. They can't. The weight goes and bang, they'll just fall off. You know what I mean? And there's nothing really to grip onto as well. And I like it on that side. But as I've mentioned before, it's so important to feed the birds, but where can you find a feeding station, a hanger, something brand new for this price itself? It's crazy. I mean, I've just seen that £4.23 for 5 feeders and a hanger.
Oh, it's so good.
Outstanding.
It's so, so good. And you do have that feature price currently of £16.92. The feature price will disappear at some point, though, so don't be thinking we're always going to keep that price, because we won't. And you've got the easy payments if you want to use easy payments as well. So fabulous deal and perfect to go with our today's special value,
so cute.
of course. So sweet, aren't they? It really makes you enjoy the wildlife. Now, though, it's time to get the balls out. And these balls will bring all the birds to your yard. They are fantastic. 737-674. I have actually, while we were talking, I placed my order for Subscribe and Save.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much for bringing these to us. I love the original, but with the original, obviously you do have the sunflower husks, which, you know, it didn't bother me that much, but for some people, they don't want the mess. This is a no-mess system. It's really amazing. 737-674 if you want just one delivery, and if you want the easy payments, then use that item number. If you're happy to forego the easy payments and you'd like to lock in that price like I've just done for a whole year, where you will get a new delivery every 60 days, go for Subscribe and Save. And these are the details on your screen right now, 738977. Fantastic value, though, because you're getting 150 balls in the new formulation. We do sell the 50, and the 50 balls is just under £20.
Yeah.
Amazing. See, look at that. So you're getting this 3 times over, but you're not paying nearly £60 and then 3 lots of P&P. It's 1 P&P, and you have got a massive box, 150 balls in the brand new mix.
Yeah. So, Catherine, this is our original fat ball, and I love it, and I'll still use it, and I'll definitely still feed the birds with it.
Yeah.
But this was what it was, and this had sunflower seeds in. So it had the husks, so birds had to break through them to get to the sunflower hearts. So we sold over 16 million of these, 200 5-star reviews, 1,366 tons of them. The equivalent in weight of feeding 124 million blue tits. How sad am I? And we have gone even better with the golden ball. That is the big thing. The golden ball is still made of peanuts, but it's got sunflower hearts in it as well. So if anything falls on the floor, there's no black bits, there's no mess. The ground feeders, the wagtails, the robins, the doves, they will pick that up as well. That is what's great about this, and that is why I love them. And I didn't think I could improve something. I didn't think I'd do something better, but in our opinion, these are better, and these are brand new to QVC. They're brand new to the UK. Your neighbour, your friend, someone else, they will not have these. No mix of formulation like this right now. And
don't forget, no mess as well. So even though you're doing something great for the birds, you're also doing yourself a favour, because there's just no mess with these.
Exactly, and this is what you're getting. You are getting 150 golden balls. That is all of these down here. That's a huge, huge amount. It will fill 38 bird feeders in one go, or fill one feeder 38 times. And I've got a wall of balls up there, wall of golden balls up there.
Lovely.
I feel like I keep talking about Beckham. But all those feeders you can fill there with either 4 or 3 balls, and it's the equivalent of doing 2.5 balls a day for the birds eating them, and they will do. And even with P&P, Charlie worked this out for me. It's 26 pence a golden ball, and that golden ball will give the nutrition, it will give the lifespan, it will give the goodness and the energy to those tiny little birds.
And you know what, that makes me feel good, knowing that when I'm feeding the birds, they are going to be fed well, and it's going to help them get through the winter, rather than buying the things that are just full of fillers, and they're just going to fill their tummies up but not give them any nutrition. Now, we know how bad that is for ourselves. We wouldn't do it to our children, let's say.
Wouldn't do it to our cats or dogs.
Yeah, exactly. So it's important to get that nutrition in there as well, and that's what you've got here.
Exactly. So this is a shop-bought fat ball. I always go on about this. You can get these anywhere. They are incredibly cheap. The problem is they found it so hard to get into themselves. You know, birds struggle because they're really solid. And if I cut into this, if I can eventually cut into this, can you see what's in there? barely any nutritional value whatsoever. Yeah, horrible. If I go into the Grumpy Gardener Fatball, I just cut into it just like that, and I open this up. If you can see the nuts, the seed, the tallow, the sunflower hearts, it's all there. It's soft, it's crumbly. It even smells really good to me.
With no husks that are going to end up on the floor.
Not anything that falls on the floor, it will be eaten. It won't sprout. And the good thing about these is, going back to our deluxe balls, is they had, on my left hand here, they had these sunflower seeds. I'll just grab some of them here for you. These sunflower seeds, I had them there. The problem is sometimes, because these are hard and shiny, sometimes the tallow couldn't always bind to the ball. So sometimes in the post it could become a bit crumbly. I'll just get rid of them. But now with the sunflower hearts, which are in the golden ball, these are porous, which means the balls bind better as well.
And then they can get to the good, the birds can get to
quickly.
All of the goodness inside.
Exactly. And I'd like to go across and I'd like to show you what's inside things. It's not me just making it up. I've broken a load of shot ball fat balls up. If you can see them here, beige food, you're right there. Sometimes they've been known to have sawdust in them. Sometimes they've been known to have glue in them. These are so cheap and they're so easy to make for the manufacturers, but there is no goodness whatsoever. It's just a volume thing.
When you find something super cheap, you've got to ask yourself, okay,
why?
How?
Yeah, exactly.
What's in it?
Golden balls, they have real peanuts in them, actual peanuts, and they have sunflower hearts, and that is a good thing. So if you want birds in your garden, like the birds behind you there, this is what they will bring to you. That's a blue tit, a great tit, a sparrow, all happily eating together. They can grab and they can go. That Sylvester, our woodpecker there, absolutely loves it. With our fat ball chandeliers, you put a single ball into one of the feeders and you can see the birds dancing around there. You can see two of the tits on one ball there. They absolutely love it on that side. And it's even been said there's been studies being made. I love that shot, I really do.
This is what it's like outside on my patio.
That's what it's like in my garden, but it's been studied.
And that's with the original ones. These ones, I can't wait for them to arrive because they're going to love them.
And it says, like, you know, that birds are attracted to some colours. They say that birds are attracted to yellow or gold, like sunflowers. So this is why it's good again. I've read studies on that side. But if you want a bird like this, the little blue tit, that little blue tit, which weighs around 11 grams, they only has one set of babies every year. A lot of birds have 2 or 3, robins, for example, but the blue tits only have one set of babies a year. This is the time to look after them, and that is Dale's video. That nuthatch, I don't have any nuthatches, I'm jealous. The long-tailed tit, gorgeous. The robin, gorgeous. They're just so many, and they're happy, and they're feeding, and they'll come back time and time again to your garden because they've found the best source of food possible.
Well, the ones that I have I had the original ones, I'm now feeling bad that I didn't replace them immediately because I'm thinking now is the time when they really need the food. But you think about it, we're days into the winter now. We've got a long winter ahead of us, and now is the time. Get these to help the birds through their winter. Absolutely brilliant deal. That's why I have signed up to subscribe and save. I know loads of you have as well. It's going so fast. We'll be back in just a moment, but first we're going to find out what Chloe has coming up this New Year's Eve.
Well, I think